Hello, my name is G.BEZZERA. This is the unboxing video of our new espresso coffee machine model, Victoria. Victoria is a double boiler machine with brewing profile system. This is the box in which we have the filter holder and all the pertinence of the espresso coffee machine that is underneath the machine. We open the box together. Here we can see the manual of the espresso coffee machine with all the settings. It is translated in 9 different languages. The clamp that must be used to clamp all the hydraulic pipe. So you clamp together all the hydraulic pipe, and we have the filter holder. This box is for a 3-group espresso coffee machine, so you have 4 filter holder, 3 2-group filter holder, and one single coffee filter holder. You have the gasket, spare gasket, blind filter, and connection fitting for hydraulic connection. And also you have a useful brush to clean the coffee machine group. The coffee machine can be supplied with 2 different cables, one for single phase use, so in this case it's a 3-wire cable. You have earth, the green, neutral, and phase is the black. The 3-phase cable is made by 5 wires, so you have the 3-phase marked with 1, 2 and 3 with the 3 number, neutral, that is the blue, is number 0, and the earth, that is the yellow and green wire. On the other side we have the hydraulical piping. You can recognize the inlet pipe by the white no-return valve, the check valve that is installed on the pipe. The yellow fitting is installed on the discharging pipe. In this pipe, both boilers have a connection to discharge and regenerate the water of the boiler. And last but not least, we have the discharging pipe of the drip tray. So you connect this elbow to underneath the drip tray, and you connect the yellow fitting on the discharging of your kitchen, of your bar. Once you have installed the coffee machine on a flat surface of approximately 90 centimeters, you have to make sure that the machine is in a perfect flat position. Once the machine is in a perfect flat position, you can start the operation. Now the machine is electrically and hydraulically connected and installed on a flat surface. We can start the operation of the machine by switching on the main on-off switch. You will give power to the control board. After switching on the machine with the main switch, we get into the startup page, where we can see the software version and the display image version. On the lower part of the screen we can see the start icon. Pressing on the start icon, we get into the group setting page. On the group setting page, we get into the confirmation menu for the flashing procedure. So we activate a first flashing that helps the machine to reach the thermostability at the first startup. When the flash is finished, we get directly into the main menu control. So all the features of the machine are displayed in this menu. Now we activate the heating of the boiler by switching on the two-lever switch on the frontal part of the coffee machine. As soon as we switch on the boiler, you will see on the right and on the left side of the screen the temperature of the steam and water boiler rising up. And in the middle, we see the temperature of the group that will be marked with the blue line until the machine will reach the set point. As soon as the machine will reach the set point, the temperature will be highlighted by a gray line. Once the coffee machine reaches the thermobalance, on the home page menu, underneath the temperature, we have the program of the coffee that we presetted with the name. So 1 espresso or 20-gram program. In the middle, we have the snake logo, that is the manual on-off start and stop of the coffee brewing. On the upper part of the screen, we have the timing and the date, and on the left side we have the general menu with all the function, like cleaning function that disable all the function of the touch in order to allow to clean the display without activating any function. Main settings menu, where we can change the languages, choose to switch on or switch off the frontal LED light. Maintenance, we can set the number of coffee after which the electronic of the coffee machine will display an alarm that will suggest to call the service. Water filter, we can set a certain amount of liter after which the coffee machine will display an alarm to regenerate the filter. Unit, Celsius or Fahrenheit. LED body, we can choose to switch off the old LED light of the coffee machine. Buzzer, we can enable or disable the buzzer of the button of the machine. Dose setting, we can enable or disable the programmation of the dose of the machine. On the lower part of the setting menu, we have the alarm control. So all the alarm that the machine faces are registered and stored in this menu with the date in which the alarm happened. Date and time, we can program the date and the timing for the automatic switch off and switch on of the machine. So once we program date and time, after we can choose automatically switch on and automatically switch off every day with a different timing. Net pressure, we have a function that can test the inlet pressure of the main water supply. Password, you can set a password to disable the access to this menu. Wi-Fi, We have a Wi-Fi connection that allows to connect the espresso coffee machine to any device through a dedicated router. And last but not least, the coffee counter menu, by which we can control all the beverage that we have produced with the coffee machine. We have a total counter that cannot be resetted and a group counter with espresso, brewing or tea. So each beverage you produce with a coffee machine is counted in this counter. Now we see the Program Manager function from the main menu, where we can set all the program on the different group. So I have the control of 1, 2 and 3, the 3 group, those 1 that is the first level and those 2 that is the second level. Now, if I want to attribute the T program that I just did on those 2, I just have to select the icon of the T, go on those 2 and choose the L2 program. In this case, I will have L2 on my right level of the group. And all the other program, for example the V60 program, I choose the V60 or drip icon L1. I can choose to put on those 1, for example. And in this case, I have programmed this group for drip coffee and for tea. In this way, I can set each group with different beverage with a different program. From the home page, we can, by this arrow, we can switch to the group menu, where we have all the function of the group. We have the brewing chronometer, enable or disable button. We have the washing of the group, that is an automatic backflash process that is activated through this icon. Once you choose the washing program, you can select the fast washing or the slow washing. The fast washing is a 5-time brewing, while the slow washing is a 10 times brewing, 10 times start and stopping the brewing of the coffee machine, of the group. We have the profile menu, by which we access into the profile setting. Our profile are based on pressure and quantity. So it's a volumetric system that divides the coffee dose into 3 steps. In these 3 steps, you can choose 3 different pressure. We have some preset profile from the house, and also a fully customizable profile. Choose espresso. We get into the menu where we can set the coffee dose, for example 70 milliliter, okay, and the electronic automatically divide the dose in 3 segments and propose you a pre-infusion. The pre-infusion is the first step. So pre-infusion, the red line divide the brewing for the pre-infusion, so it indicates the pause. The pause is 2 seconds. So pre-infusion, 2-second pause, and start the brewing. That in this case is at 9 bar. If we want to choose a profile to mitigate the acidity of the coffee, we have a preset program and we just push on profile, and in this case our profile is 6 bar for the first 18 milliliter. After it goes to 10 bar for the next 27 milliliter, and end up with another 6 bar brewing for 70 milliliter. If we want to choose to mitigate the bitterness of the coffee, the computer proposes you another profile. 9 bar, 18 milliliter, 9 bar, 27 milliliter, 6 bar for 70 milliliter. Or custom. With the custom option, you can customize the profile by choosing the pressure. You can increase or decrease the pressure of each segment of the dose. And you can even change the quantity of coffee into the segment of your profile. The first part of the graphic, it's ever the wetting, so the pre-infusion, where you have the amount of water and the pause. So the pressure is stable, but you can choose how many seconds you stop the brewing in between the wetting and the brewing. Underneath the graphic we have three options. Restore, if you want to restore the previous profile. Test, if you want to test the program you did. And save, if you want to save and name your program. So in case you want to save, press on save, you name your profile, okay, and you can see the name of the profile on the upper part of the display. Going back, we arrive in the Profile Manager menu, where we store all our presetted profile. You will find the presetted profile. On the Profile Manager, you can filter the profile by product. Profile for espresso, profile for drip, profile for tea. So which is the difference? The drip profile, the pressure is a 3 bar. You cannot change the pressure, so on the upper part of the graphic is indicate 3 bar. You just program switching off, switching on of the brewing. So 30 milliliter, switching off for 30 seconds, 60 milliliter, switching off for 10 seconds, 60 milliliter, switching off for 10 seconds. If you want to use our regular program, you just push on the right part of the screen, set the amount of water, and the computer will split the dose and will set the presetted pause. If you want to customize the program, push custom and you can increase the quantity of the water for each segment and increase or decrease the pause in between one and the other segment. After, you can save your program and store it in the Profile Manager menu. If you choose the tea profile, you don't have any pre-infusion, any blooming opportunity, so you just have 3 segments splitted by 2 pause that you can preset with the time that you like. This is according the quantity and the quality that you want to brew with our coffee machine. Even in this case, you have a standard profile called regular or a custom profile. From the group setting page, we can go into the boiler setting page, where we have the two independent temperature of the boiler that can be set by selecting the boiler and increasing or decreasing the temperature. Or we have the power function, by which we put in communication the two steam boiler to maximize the steam production in case of need. In order to switch on the automatic wash, we push on the icon and we can set the starting of the washing, that will automatically start every day at the same time and discharge 1 liter of water per boiler, on the boiler. In this case, we are discharging 1 liter of water from boiler 2 at 3 o'clock in the morning every day. Each boiler has its own menu to program the washing and discharging on the water, of the water. When we brew coffee, our display will show us all the data of our brewing. So we will have the temperature of the group, the timing and the pressure. The coffee can be activated by pushing on the display or using the mechanical lever over the group. If we want to just activate the brewing at 9 bar manually, we push on the snake icon in the middle of the display.